Hello Aquarius, Sun sign and Aquarius Ascendant. This is your forecast for August 2016. And this month you have a lot going on in your 7th house, which correlates to the sign of Libra, which is another air sign. And the 7th house has to do with your relationship. So obviously a romantic relationship, but also your really close friendship. So the way that I like to think of this is the people in your inner circle. So in the positive, this is saying that this is a great time to spend quality time and or to schedule quality time with those people in your inner circle. Okay, so you're desiring to connect with them more deeply, to share your thoughts and feelings with them, and it says that you'll find it to be quite rewarding. Okay, in the negative, let's talk about this just real briefly. It can indicate that you want to make these people happy. That doesn't sound like such a bad thing, does it? But ultimately, it indicates that you can go too far with it. In a sense, you're like, oh, whatever you want. So just make sure that you're balanced with what you want versus what others want. Or you could start resenting things if you're not aware of what you want. So Libra is symbolized by the scales, okay? So it's not all about the partner, it's not all about you, it's about both of you. So you just have to balance out your needs versus theirs. So in other words, speak up for what you want, okay? Now, one of the things that I see with the new moon in the 2nd house quite often is that there's just a real powerful drive to merge deeper with your partner. Okay, to share your hopes and dreams. So it's going to be imperative for you that you are indeed opening up and that they're opening up, or at least that you're making the effort to connect more deeply. Okay, so a great time once again to schedule quality time with the people in your inner circle. Okay, on August 10th, Mercury makes a trine aspect to Pluto. So Pluto's in your 12th, Mercury's in your 8th. One of the things that this often indicates is that your intuition is going to be quite powerful and your mind is going to be razor sharp. In a sense, it's like the perfect alignment of right brain, left brain. But one of the things I'm going to say is if you're really stuck with some situation in your life, this is a great time to get some time alone so that you won't be disturbed, and maybe journal about it, maybe write about it, maybe meditate about what's going on, and trust your gut, trust your instincts, and then explore what you come up with. Okay, so a great time to solve problems. Now, August 13th, Saturn goes direct, finally. So Saturn's in your 11th house, and just Saturn in the 11th house in general can indicate that you're meant to be more focused about achieving your hopes and dreams. But it can indicate that there are problems with accomplishing things. Things aren't going so quickly for you. And then when it's retrograde, it exacerbates things. Okay? It can truly indicate that you feel like your dreams are never going to come true. So there can be a fear of being stuck with where you are, and again, that things will never progress in the direction that you hope they will go in. So when it goes direct, the wheels of progress start moving forward for you. You start figuring things out more. Okay, it's definitely about being disciplined, having a plan. Saturn is like the field general who surveys the landscape and the opposing army in a very comprehensive manner, and that's what you've got to do with your hopes and dreams. You've got to really look at things closely, down to the finest details, as much as you can, and just come up with a great strategy so that you are indeed successful and you can make your dreams a reality. Now, on August 18th, there's a lunar eclipse in your own sign of Aquarius, okay, in your 1st house. So I'm going to give you the negative and the positive potentials of this. This can indeed indicate that there is some kind of conflict going on in your relationship. Again, if you're trying to be a people pleaser, maybe this is where this comes out, because What usually happens with Libra energy, which again is that 7th house energy, when it goes down the lower path, is again, you tend to shut up and suffer in silence. You start resenting things and you can explode, and the other person's like, holy crap, you never said anything, I didn't know you felt this way. So there can be some kind of conflict going on in your relationship, but it doesn't have to be that way, but there is the potential for that. On the higher path, this indicates really feeling loved and supported by your significant other and or a close friend or your friends in general. So a lunar eclipse, though, is really bringing into your awareness what your own unique wants and needs are. And I would ask you, are they being met, and what are you doing about it? Are you always trying to make other people happy? Are you always sacrificing your wants and needs for others? If so, you have to realize that you have to love yourself and feel worthy of all good things, and you have to make yourself a priority or you're never going to be fulfilled. So you are important, in other words. Okay, and then lastly, Mars aligns with Saturn on August 24th. Okay, so talked about Saturn already. Saturn again can represent fears, and in the positive it can represent being very disciplined. Mars represents courage and passion. So this is a very good thing. It can indicate that you get fed up with being stuck, and it can give you, in a sense, a bit of anger, and not necessarily a bad thing. If you're just hypothetically speaking, if your car's stuck and you're spinning your wheels and you get angry and you push, and maybe you get a boost of adrenaline, you can push yourself out of that rut. So in other words, with this energy, it's about facing those fears. Okay, fine, that might happen. It might happen, everything might fall apart, but I just might succeed as well. So Mars is a warrior energy, and when it's aligned with Saturn, you've got the plan and strategy, now you've got passion. At the beginning it might start out as anger, but ultimately it's about, I really want this, I'm going to make it happen, it's going to be so great when this happens. So you're going to be a force to be reckoned with, and definitely be able to accomplish your dreams if you're fiercely determined to be successful. Okay, so with that being said, that concludes your forecast for the month of August. And I'd like to say that this has been a general forecast for the sign of Aquarius, and if you'd like something more in depth, please check out my information down below and click on my contact form on my website, and I can definitely give you something that's much more in depth. And lastly, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. I do indeed hope you have a great month, and I'll talk to you next month. Bye-bye.